Hello, just Jean talking. I am Jean, registered nurse and maternal child health and family planning nurse practitioner, and I'm here to talk all things health and hygiene. I'm thinking about a friend of mine who was out one day, and he's an OG, top to bottom. Jeans pressed, probably could stand up by themselves. Stacey Adams shoes, all of that. So he was headed to the bathroom, and on his way to the bathroom, he wet his pants. So he was absolutely devastated, as you can imagine. And there were other people around. It was really embarrassing. So I had to try to explain to him what's happening with his body, and I'm going to try and do the same thing with you. So when guys pee a lot, if they're young guys, it's not an issue, because young guys will pee a lot if they drink a lot of beer, if they drink a lot of soda, caffeine, stuff like that. They will start peeing a lot because they overload the bladder, and the bladder has to compensate by getting rid of some of this excess water. So, but older guys, I said once 60 or so, sometimes changes start to happen to the prostate. The prostate is a gland that's about the size of a walnut or a golf ball. It's located just beneath the bladder. So you got the big bladder sitting here that's full of urine, and there's a tube that goes down from the bladder called the urethra that allows the urine to pass from the bladder to the outside. So just beneath this bladder, sitting here, there's the prostate gland. So the urethra goes right down through the prostate gland. The prostate gland wraps itself around the urethra. The prostate gland is composed of, I picture like some kind of muscly, spongy, it has a consistency to it. It has ducts, D-U-C-T-S, in it. It's composed of ducts. These ducts manufacture a milky white secretion that supports the sperm. The sperm comes from the testicles. Here are my testicles. The sperm comes from there, and it mixes with that milky secretion that comes from the prostate gland. And that is what the ejaculate is consisted of. So you can imagine that if there's a problem with the ducts and the secretion of that milky white stuff, that's going to affect the quality and the quantity of semen that comes out. So, one more point about that. When the milky fluid mixes with the sperm, it forms the material for the ejaculation. The prostate has a motion, muscularly type thing that when the guy ejaculates, it causes us to shoot out of there real fast. That's the work of the prostate gland. So, talking about these ducts that are in the prostate gland, they're probably 30, 40, 50, I don't know how many there are, bunch of them. But what they do is they secrete this milky solution. So, as guys age, they don't really know why changes occur in the prostate, but there are some contributing factors. Age is one. Diet, exercise, lifestyle. Just like every other organ in the body, the prostate is affected by our lifestyle, by our disease processes, all of that kind of stuff. So what happens is, if there's an issue in these ducts, what happens is the ducts form like calcifications, kind of like rocky, hard formations that form inside those ducts. So as those ducts become harmed by this process, the prostate gets harder and diseased and whatnot, and instead of allowing that urethra to pass through there unobstructed, so that that stream can just zoom right on out of there. Now you got tightening, constriction issues with that prostate gland, not allowing the urine to pass through the way it ordinarily would. So, what happens if the prostate starts to kind of squeeze on that urine? So the guy is trying to go to the bathroom. The bladder, once it gets full, it sends a message to us that it's time to go. So the guy gets a message. He goes to the bathroom, but because there's a constriction somewhere, a little bit of urine comes out. The bladder's still full. So the guy goes back and starts playing cards again. 15, 20 minutes later, he gets this urge again that he's got to go urinate. Back to the bathroom again. A little bit more comes out. Bladder still full. Okay, this goes on all night. He's up to the bathroom how many times? Normally you can go urinate maybe 8, 9 times a day. But this guy's going all through the night. So, sometimes the constriction is so that it allows the urine to come out, but a very slow stream. So, he's standing there and the urine is coming out so slow. He's like, come on, man, I'm trying to get back to the card game. But the urine is continuing to come out slow. So, this is what happens when, as guys age, these things happen. Sometimes it's cancerous, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just a irritation or messing around in those ducts. So, anyway, that's it. I wish you guys would go to the comments and let me know if I'm explaining this stuff right. I'm looking at you all and you just sitting there looking at me like, what? I want to know if you're getting it, if I'm on the right track. So please go down and give me some comments, some shares, some likes. Help a sister out. Thank you.